I'm making this video because I've seen a lot of hate directed at this man. It's not the difference in opinion, dismissal even, but the fact that it's in droves. I don't use Twitter, but I can't imagine it's a pretty sight there either. RVD, a bona fide legend in professional wrestling, a marvel of our childhoods. Because he's decided to speak his mind, the general public is letting him know what they really feel about him. His brain is fried, he's smoked too much weed all these years, he has CTE for daring to speak on a tragic situation with any emotion other than disgust. The whole fucking show. Mr. Monday Night. I've read a lot of your comments. Clearly, you niggas aren't hip to RVDology. Rob has made intimate commentary videos on a plethora of topics, all that shed a light into who the man is, has been, and strives to be in life. Raw, unfiltered conversation that goes wherever his mind takes it. It's the kind of content an internet baby like myself gravitates to and appreciates. It's why I'm willing to stand against the slight being projected onto him. I don't think he deserves it. I think it's misplaced. The brigade is now beyond fans and comment sections with the release of Stevie Richards' Rob Van Dam couldn't be more wrong. A former peer with his bad cop cohort, James, had the audacity to not only pile on, but babyface himself. Fellow ECW alumni, a man that people quite literally paid to see be humiliated, slots himself underneath the fans. Whether he knows it or not, which I think he does, he gives them the proverbial push to continue defaming and discrediting RVD.
It's like 100% negative, and even on Chaels it's 100% negative.
The weird part about this is it's the inverse, because aren't the fans usually accused of being bloodthirsty, desensitized, all these different adjectives for pro wrestling fans that they just want to see you jump off the thing, take the bump, light yourself on fire, go through a table, but they have the most empathetic Philly accent, they have the most measured, caring, sympathetic approach to this. They have the most human reaction to this, is what I see. This gives me faith in wrestling fans once again that they get it. They get it more than some of the guys get it at this point.
RVD's loss is Stevie Richards' gain in this current YouTube landscape. Probably not personal, just business. This fallout is like two goats colliding for me, and it pains me to call out the grift, but I see it clear as day. RVD is middle-aged, married, and seemingly happy. If you don't like the way he takes on topics, leave him be. He's been in his corner of the internet doing him for years, but y'all niggas don't let him breathe. The second he say anything y'all don't like, he smoked too much, he's suffering from CTE. The truth is, he's reached unk status. This man should be celebrated. If New Jack was still with us, and he had comments on the situation, you brush it aside and you'd be like, oh, that's just New Jack. Y'all mourned his ass. What if RVD dropped dead tomorrow? What if he killed himself? What if he, in an alternate universe, hit a 5-star frog splash off a Vegas cliff into a Vegas pool? Then what? It's tears then. You wanna know what I think? I blame Vince. Mr. McMahon is the genius that took this closed-off business and decided to bridge it with pop culture. You can see his influence today in Triple K's desperate celebrity associations for relevance. What I believe I'm witnessing is a hive mind being manipulated in the simplest form. What I do know is RVD is not the enemy. In a business full of crooks, liars, thieves, addicts, of them all, RVD is not the enemy.
But he just, and then somehow it ended up being like he dreamt of a gay fantasy that involved you somehow or whatever. I don't know what it was.
So I don't use it either, Rob.
Good.
You know, Rob's always been, if there's one wrestler or person that I know and have known for years and at this point decades would say, that's a totally zen dude, and that's a totally, if anyone's going to let things roll off his back, it's Rob Van Dam.
His own commenters on his own YouTube videos, to a person are mocking him on it. I mean, these aren't cherry-picked comments. These are the top 6. You know, there's no like, oh, latest or what I want to. Quote, this is some of the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Quote, Rob is not even capable of basic thinking. Quote, who would have thought a guy almost getting beat to death in the ring would expose our heroes as...
So, it's pretty basic. This doesn't sound like Rob to me. I know I watched it. I saw him. He was saying the things. But this is out of character for somebody that usually would actually be somebody I would consider to be an anti-bully type person.
Yeah.
That wouldn't stand for it.
He's doubling it down, like Chael is, but Chael's got a dog in the fight. Rob doesn't.
I gotta admit, I'm a little disappointed in my main man, Big Stevie Cool, you know, because I didn't want to believe, and I also have to. I'm speaking in a lot of generalities because I have to. This situation is unfolding as I speak. As I record this commentary, I've seen RVD put out a response of his own, and it's titled "He Fires Back" at Stevie Richards. So there's no telling where this is gonna go, but it's just my 2 cents on it, man. Leave RVD alone, and I mean that in the purest sense. I mean that. Like that one motherfucker back when the internet was cool. Leave the leave Britney alone bitch. That's me right now. But insert RVD. Leave RVD alone. Leave his bimbo wife alone. Leave him alone. He's living his best life. And as I said, he should be celebrated. This man put his body on the line for our entertainment, night in, night out, for years, and he still gives back. I'm not gonna speak too much on RVDology. I mentioned it earlier. The fact is, if you wanna get a broader perspective on RVD that isn't him just being utterly destroyed by seemingly every person with a keyboard, I highly recommend it. I'll link it in the description. I highly recommend you check out some of the content that he's put on the internet, because there's so many fakes. There's so many people in this business that you can just see straight through, and he's not one of them. I can't stress it enough. RVD is not the fucking enemy, and I fuck with Stevie Richards heavy, but this is not it, Chief. It's not. I'm not a fan of it, and the motherfucker proceeded to drop 3 more videos, and it just kind of makes me think, like, wow, like, this is phony. And I really didn't want to believe it was phony, but it's like, we know what you're doing. Like, we see the pieces, you're putting in play to, but yeah, that's just my 2 cents on it. That's my 2 cents. Do your fucking research before you comment, man. Leave niggas alone. Let niggas live life. Let them. If bro wants to make a fucking 50-minute smoke yap sesh, let him. That's what he does. That's what the fuck he does. He's not hurting anybody in doing that. And it was a fucking nuanced perspective that RVD offered. He was coming from the place of a once hot-headed 20-something-year-old, because he understands toxic masculinity. having once been a toxic male. So he's got more to bring to the discussion than just, oh, this is disgusting, this is disgusting, this is disgusting. We know, it was horrid. That motherfucker, Raja, he had no place anywhere near the ring in the first place. And I made a comment, what sparked this video. Really, I made a comment on Stevie Richards' video. I said, dogpiling RVD shouldn't give you faith in wrestling fans. If wrestling had any principles, it would have never happened, and I stand on that. That's my firm opinion. If wrestling had any fucking principles, that it doesn't happen. It simply does not happen. But the thing is blown wide open.